What's up, guys? It's Ev from Guy Boston Sports, and today we are making a video on Robert Williams. Now, why just 6 games into the season are we making a video on Robert Williams? Well, I've seen what I need to see. I've seen enough. I'm declaring this to be Robert Williams' true breakout season. Yeah, it's early, but like I said, I've seen what I need to see. So before we get into why I believe this is Robert Williams' breakout season, please subscribe to the channel and smash that like button. And after you hear my take, let me know if you agree or disagree on what I've said here. So Robert Williams, drafted back in 2018, the 27th pick. He was projected to go a little bit earlier than that, but for, at the time, I guess, unknown reasons, he slipped to 27 and the Celtics drafted him. Now, being a Celtics fan and watching him the past 2 seasons, excluding this year, we saw exactly why he fell in the draft. For the lack of a better term, Robert Williams lacked the mental maturity to be an NBA player. He was missing flights, he was showing up late to practice, and then when he would get the opportunity to play, he looked like a chicken with his head cut off out there. But now in the 2021 season, we're actually seeing a Robert Williams that is ready to be here. This is a guy that, as of right now, he is ready to play, take care of himself, take care of his body, and get out there and make an impact every single night. And that's why I think it's going to be a breakout year, because I think this guy has all the talent in the world. It's just been battling the injuries and battling that sort of mental immaturity that he's had to go through. Well, one of those, the mental immaturity, we've already seen a change in Robert Williams. So this isn't necessarily like stats-based or numbers-based. It's more or less what we've seen so far, and that's that Robert Williams is now playing over 16 minutes a game. He's crucial every single night off the bench. That wouldn't be something that Brad Stevens would instill in him just a couple years ago. Brad Stevens would be shaking in his boots every time he had to put Robert Williams on the floor, but now he throws him out there confidently and says, go make a difference. So yeah, he is playing 16 minutes a game, which is way up from his previous 2 seasons. He's averaging 6 points, 6 rebounds, just under 2 blocks a game. All that's great, but it isn't why I think Robert Williams is going to break out. The true reason, and I kind of alluded to it already, the true reason I think Robert Williams is going to break out is because all of the mistakes and the mental lapses, those are clearly starting to get minimized. If you take away all the negatives from this guy, the positives are endless. He's so raw, he's so athletic, he can be a game changer every single night. Those are the type of things that I guess won't show up in the box score. When he fails to, correctly switch on a defensive switch, or if he fails on correctly defending a pick and roll, or, if he gets caught on a pump fake. Those are the type of things that won't show on the box score when he corrects those. But so far, we've seen a huge improvement in that area. I'm not saying he's where he needs to be a true starter for this team, to be a true, impact player for this team. He still has a decent way to go. But so far, so good, just 6 games into the season. And if he's not messing up, all of a sudden you now have your absolute leaper, athletic, shot blocker, backside blocker, pick and roll offensive finisher that you've been craving as a Boston Celtics fan, as a Boston Celtic organization. They've needed this guy for so long. And if he's not out there like a chicken with his head cut off, head very much attached in this case, that is huge for the Celtics. And we haven't seen him be that yet. So don't sleep on the fact that Robert Williams is now turning into, right in front of our eyes, a guy that we can turn to every single night and not have to be scared about him hurting us out there, or, blowing a play, or having the other team gain absolute momentum because they're toying with him. He's not a guy that's committing fouls or letting up easy buckets. He's a guy that's actually contributing positively every single night. Now, how much positive he's going to contribute, that's still to be told. Like, I'm not saying he's going to go out there and if he steps his 2 godly feet on the floor, they're going to win the game. He's still a young player. He's still raw. He still has a long way to go. But it's a major step and a major barrier broken through the fact that he isn't absolutely a guaranteed, minus on the floor anymore. And just to prove that, so Rob Williams in his first 2 years averaged at about a -1 to a -2 in the plus-minus category, meaning teams, when he was on there, were scoring on the Celtics more than not. Now, this year, he's averaging a +6 when he's on the floor. That's huge. I know that, people get to, oh, you're too statistical with the plus minuses, or those don't matter. Well, if you compare them to previous seasons, they do matter. It's all relative. And he's even had a couple double-digit plus minuses, including a +28 in a game this year. He is helping this team when he gets on the floor. So Robert Williams, yeah, it's the eye test that I'm basing it on, but this is his breakout season. The stats might not jump off the page. 6 points, 6 rebounds, 2 blocks. Like, yeah, that's good, but what I'm looking at is the eye test, and it's what Robert Williams is no longer doing. He's no longer fouling the guy that has the ball. He's no longer jumping to Neptune on a pump fake, and he's no longer incorrectly defending a pick and roll or any sort of defensive switch or anything like that. Robert Williams is turning the corner into being an actual NBA player, not physically, but mentally, and that's why he's going to break out this season. So again, let me know what you guys think of that take. I know we have a lot of Robert Williams fans in Boston, but I know we have some haters out there too. So let me hear it in the comments below. Do you agree or disagree if Robert Williams is going to have a breakout season this year? Until next time, guys, see ya.